In this module, we will talk about the buffers and their role in fermentation medium. Before talking about the role of buffers in fermentation media, we should know that what are the buffers. Buffers are actually the solutions of the weak acids and their salts just to maintain the pH. Either we can use the buffer just there is to control the minor drift in the pH. So in fermentation, as the process indicates that the fermentation is the mass culturing of the microorganism for the sake of desired product. So when we have to control the fermentation process for the mass culturing, and all the organism and their metabolic pathways is governed by different enzymes. So all the enzymes are very specific due to their pH. So they work because enzymes are very sensitive. That whole metabolic pathway of any organism depend upon the enzyme system, which we can call as the biological system. So the role of pH in the growth, in controlling the metabolic pathway is very critical. So when we talk about the fermentation, the pH of the fermentation medium is very critical. So as concern the pH, we will talk in detail that how we set the pH, but here in the buffers, some compounds, some media ingredient we have to add in the medium that they will check the minor change in the pH of the medium while the process of fermentation will go on. So the control of the pH, as I have already discussed, that very critical, and that is very important in terms of productivity of any fermentation process. So if we add something into the medium, if that has the buffered capacity, then it is easy to add that ingredient. So suppose if a fermentation medium need to be buffered at pH 7, then mostly the calcium carbonate is used. So if the pH decrease, the carbonate is decomposed. So when we talk about the pH, so carbonates that act to control the pH when that decrease. On the other hand, most of the medium contain phosphate compounds, and phosphate compounds containing phosphorus that also act as the buffer agent. The common example of potassium dihydrogen phosphate and dipotassium hydrogen phosphate that mostly added as a source of potassium and phosphorus, but they have also the buffering capacity in the medium. So that's why, because when we say that the addition of the phosphate has the buffer capacity in the medium, but we know that the phosphate compound are mostly used when we talk about the production of secondary metabolites. So the balanced use of the carbon and the nitrogen sources will also form on the basis of the pH. So when we add any compound and when we set different ingredient of the medium, keep in mind the chemical nature of that ingredients, we can set the pH of the medium, rather to add some alkali or acid compound separately or during the fermentation process. But it is our maximum try to include those ingredients and those elements and the minerals as a part of the fermentation media that automatically control a minor drift in the pH. So that's why if we can control the pH maximum without the addition of extra alkali and the base by the internal system of the fermentation process, then that is more important, and that will lead to the fermentation process in a positive way. Otherwise, if we add and separate pH, you can say that alkali or the acid into the medium, that can lead to the increase in the volume of the fermentation media. So the first choice, while formulating the fermentation media, we should select all the ingredients, either they are carbon source or they are nitrogen source or the phosphorus source. We have to think and we have to consider their chemical nature and what is their role in affecting the pH of the medium. So if we can say that if the fermentation pH is required at 5.5 when we are talking about some filamentous fungi, especially for cellulase production or amylase production, when we are dealing with such kind of the enzymes, then automatically we have to set those ingredients then that can automatically set the pH at 5.5 or any other required pH that is our need in the fermentation medium.